So, back from break, we're moving on to the second wheel spin of the day. Let's go ahead and see what we're doing next. Ensoul Artifact. So, the Ensoul Artifact deck is built around, of course, the card Ensoul Artifact, a 2-mana aura that enchants an artifact and turns it into a 5/5. So, you can do things such as enchant your Ornithopter that you played on turn 1, and then immediately start smacking them for 5 in the air. You can also enchant Darksteel Citadel, which is indestructible, or any of your other artifacts, but primarily you're probably going to want to be putting it on Ornithopter or Darksteel Citadel. You can also put it on Gingerbrute, and since Gingerbrute is quasi-unblockable with its activated 1-mana ability. Now, oh, and also Skrelv. Skrelv is toxic. Anyways, apart from that, you are just a artifact aggro deck. So you have Skrelv, Ghost Fireblade, Gingerbrute. There's Michiko's Reign of Truth to be a pseudo cranial plating effect, and then Shrapnel Blast to get in more damage. You also have Skilled Animator, which is a 3-mana 1/3 that also turns an artifact into a 5/5 for as long as Skilled Animator is in play. And you have Stonecoil Serpent, which you can play early or late, and its abilities can be relevant depending on what you're playing against, but especially Trample is always relevant. And then you, of course, have Springleaf Drum to speed up. Fading Hope can bounce a creature, either yours or theirs, and you have 2 copies of Thoughtseize. So those are the main things in the deck. Deck has a Jeskai mana base, playing a bunch of Spire of Industry and Mana Confluence. Sideboard, Portable Holes, Spell Pierce, Rending Volley, Roast, Skrelv's Hive, Unlicensed Hearse, and Hangerback Walker. So, jump into the second league of the day, playing Ensoul Artifact. Alright, we're on the play for round 1 of Ensoul Artifact deck. This hand looks pretty mediocre. We just have basically a Thoughtseize, and then it's just like 2 mana, play 2/2 Stonecoils after that. Seems pretty bad. Let's mull. Alright, this is much better. We have a turn 2 Ensoul on an Ornithopter, so let's keep this. And what am I putting back? Probably Fading Hope. Yeah, let's put back Fading Hope. Alright, done. So let's go turn 1, land, Ornithopter, Gingerbrute, attack with Gingerbrute. Big fan of Ensoul Artifact, not a super great deck, but I find this kind of blue-white deck much more interesting than Control. Island Pass tells me this is probably Spirits, so Michiko's is what? Target creature gets +1 for each artifact and or enchantment. Alright, let's just go for it. Slam Ensoul onto Ornithopter. Go to combat. Swing, swing. Yeah, so there's Spectral Sailor. I guess they just trade with the Gingerbrute. No, they're just taking it? Okay. Hallowed Fountain plays Curious Obsession. Alright, so they're going to try to race us? Sure. Seachrome. Play Ghost Blade. Geistlight Snare. Sure. Play Michiko's. Target this. Get +3 or 4. Combat. Swing, swing. So if they hadn't had the counterspell, that would have been lethal, but they did. But they're at 1. And we can make Gingerbrute unblockable. Alright, we won. So versus Spirits, I definitely want all the portable holes. Rending Volleys. Is Hangerback Walker good? No, I assume it's not. I assume that this is like for grindy stuff. Same thing with Skrelv's Hive. So just all the removal. And what do I want to cut? Fading Hope is good to bounce spirits that have Curious Obsession attached to them. Thoughtseize is good for taking Skyclave Apparition, which is like their one answer to... Well, they're going to board in a bunch of removal for stuff, right? So, I have to cut 6 cards. What am I cutting? Thoughtseize. I want to keep Stonecoil because it has reach. Thopter's an easy out. It helps speed us up with the drums, but I guess so. Like, the flying isn't as relevant without Ensoul Artifact. And then, what is my last card cut? Since I'm going down creatures, maybe I cut one of the blades, but I'm not sure. Or maybe drum becomes worse without the Ornithopter. All right, let's cut 1 drum. All right, let's submit this. All right, we have multiple removal, multiple Ghostfire Blades, so keep this. Seachrome Coast, passing to us. All right, let's go Spire Blade. Yeah, Flash and Spectral Sailor. I'm specifically playing this land over Mutavault first. In case they do the Curious Obsession thing, then we can double hole in case they have counter spells. Yeah, so there's the Curious Obsession. All right, second land, tapped. All right then. So, Portable Hole, eat your guy, and then Mutavault, play another blade. Play their own Mutavault, and then just pass back to us. All right, so Spell Queller mana. So let's just go Animate Mutavault. Is that even good? So let's say I just play Stonecoil here, and they go Flash Spell Queller and eat it, right? They could also just have rattle chains. Like, I'm not sure. Let's just play Stone Coil. Stone Coil, Serpent. All right, they do just have Spell Queller. Play Skyclave Apparition, and they're going to eat our Portable Hole? Sure. Attack with Spell Queller. I guess I just maximize the Stone Coil now. So shock this in, play Stone Coil for 4. Supreme Phantom, destroy evil. Amazing. This is ludicrous. All right, so what am I doing now? Portable Hole, eat your Phantom. So eat that. Play Ginger Brute, and then just double the Ghostfire Blades. Well, then I'm just dead on board. I'm still just dead on board. Yeah, never mind. I guess I can sack the Ginger Brute to gain life, but then what am I even doing next turn? Sack, I take 5 to 7 damage, and then I'm dead next turn. Yeah, all right, they have it. So, yeah, I think I just run back exactly the same thing. On the play, let's see. I have Citadel into Ensoul Artifact. That doesn't really matter. I guess, let's see. So, the Citadel cannot get hit by Portable Hole and Skyclave, but the Ensoul can. All right, let's just try it. Keep. All right, Citadel, go. Opponent plays Hallowed Fountain. Plays Mausoleum Wanderer. Play this, and soul up my Citadel, and go. So take 1 from Wanderer, play a land. Let's do Michiko's or Skrelv. I can do Michiko's or I can go Skrelv plus Fading Hope. I think I like having Skrelv out more. So let's just go to combat. Swing. All right, connected. Play Skrelv. Geistlight Snare. All right. I'm probably end of turn bouncing the Mausoleum Wanderer. Catilda. All right, now I'm going to try to bounce Catilda, and then they'll have to sack if they want to stop that. Bounce Catilda. Do I want Mutavault off the top? Not really. All right, bottom that. Seachrome Coast, and then Michiko's. Target here. Go to combat. Swing. And this puts them to 4, so Shrapnel Blast is lethal if I can ever resolve that. This is making it a little harder to resolve, but it does potentially give me a window to blast them. Rattle Chains. They attack, we go to 13. All right, Michiko triggers again, target here. Combat, swing with the Darksteel Citadel. Animates Mutavault, block. All right, so now I can Shrapnel and I have the 1 to pay for Mausoleum Wanderer. Okay, Shrapnel, red. All right, we got there. Beat Spirits, on to round number 2. All right, round 2, we're on the play. This hand doesn't have any big payoff in it. It's not particularly fast either. No Ensoul, no Michiko's, no Ghostfire Blades. So I'm pretty sure it's a mole. Like, what am I doing otherwise? Turn 1 Skrelv, turn 2 nothing. Yeah, mole. Well, this is also not playable because I can't actually make any mana with the Spire of Industry. So we'll mole this. Mole. All right, keep this. Binning Animator and Thoughtseize and just go all in on the aggro plan. I think that's all I can do. Yeah. Mutavault, Ginger Brute, swing. Temple Garden, shock. Play an elf. Okay. Seachrome. Is it better to get Michiko's first or Ghostblade first? I guess Ghostblade. Ghostblade, equip, combat, attack. So Angels, question mark, or is it just green-white value Coco? Razorridge Thicket. There's the Skyclave, so now we probably just lose the game. So animate Mutavault, equip, go to combat, swing. This is overwhelmingly likely to be Angels, in which case we probably can't keep up with the life gain, but who knows? They are at 10 already. Righteous Valkyrie. Okay. No attacks. Double Michiko's. So if I go animate Michiko's, Michiko's is +3. 1, 2, 3. And then they can triple block to kill our Mutavault. But then we get an illusion token back. So animate, play Michiko's, go to combat, swing. Just block there. All right. Land. Giada. Plays Inspiring Overseer, which comes in as a 4/3. And they're going to attack us. Mighty Bold of You. Trigger, target here. So let's see. Equipping the blade costs 3 mana. What does this flip into? Gets +1 for each artifact and or enchantment. So I probably want to play Michiko's this turn. That makes me not able to use Mutavault, unfortunately. So yeah, let's do Michiko's. Target here. And then this costs 3, right? Go to combat. Swing. They don't actually have to block. All right, so no blocks. They go to 8. They're going to cast a Giant Kayla's. Yep. Why would you not use the elf to tap for it as well? Righteous Valkyrie plus Inspiring Overseer. So they gain a bunch of life. How much life are they gaining? They're 4, 7. Like, do I have to Shrapnel Blast this Righteous Valkyrie? So they're going up by 7, 11, 15. They're going up 15, 16 life. And so that means they're going to 22. So they're not anthemed. 23, 24. It's 8, 15, 16. Well, we really just can't even race them anymore. Swing everything. I think I do just shrapnel blast this thing because, like, the Ghostfire Blade is not really getting us in here anymore. And I'm not going to be able to prevent them from getting so much life that they just have double anthems in play. All right, kill that. Maybe I just sack Citadel. All right, sack Citadel. And then they just have lethal in the air. Yeah. This is 5-10. I can't deal enough damage for this to be relevant. Yeah, all right. We're dead. So I just need all the available removal. So Rending Volley, Portable Hole. They have mostly 3 drops, but I do need to kill elves early. The roasts don't hit flyers, so I don't want those. And that's basically it. Thoughtseize is okay. Fading Hope seems quite bad. Ornithopters, again, the flying is not relevant. Now, the only way I can beat them is like going hard really fast. So I don't want to actually cut my fast starts. Stonecoil Serpent can also maybe kill them. So what's the worst thing here? Shrapnel Blast. There's just like, with all their angels gaining them 10 gajillion life, I just can never get them to I can almost never get them to a point where I can blast them out. All right, let's cut blast and submit this. All right, we've got turn 1 Skrelv into Drum. So keep. Maybe I just play Drum first. It's very likely, well, no, because the Rending Volley can't kill an elf, so I do just want to play Skrelv first. Land, Skrelv. Razor Verge. Plays an elf. All right, so Drum, then cast Portable Hole, and eat your elf. Go. Second Razor Verge. Plays Bishop of Wings. So I just volley this and then play a Ghost Blade. Kill that. Play Ghost Blade and go. Inspiring Overseer. Still haven't drawn another land, unfortunately. So do I just Ensoul? I can Ensoul, like, what? The Portable Hole? No, I should Ensoul a colorless thing, right? If I Ensoul Skrelv, I can't attack this turn. If I Ensoul the Portable Hole, I can. If I Ensoul the Ghostfire Blade, then the Blade can't equip to anything, but I can play another Blade next turn. If I play Michiko's, I can't attack. All right, so let's Ensoul the Blade and then go to combat. Swing with the Blade. The fact that they didn't play Skyclave last turn to kill Skrelv tells me they don't have one. So this gives me a window to hit them with this and then have Skrelv protection up next turn. Coco. All right, what do they hit? Bishop plus Righteous Valkyrie, gaining 4 life or gaining 8 life. And this can't even freely attack anymore because they have so much toughness. I guess they have 5 power total. Yeah. And then even if I attack and they just block here and make a spirit token. So the best thing would be to find another land so that I can deploy Michiko's and then make this unblockable. Probably one of the worst draw I could have had. Second Skrelv. All right, I don't think I can afford to leave open Skrelv protection. So I just need to like bash in as much damage as I can. So play Michiko's, target the Blade, attack for 11. And then I assume you just chump here and make a spirit token. Yeah, so block, make a spirit. They're still at 24. And then the spirit can also just chump this. Another Coco. Another Bishop and Giada. So gain a bajillion life, anthem the whole board. And the Bishop now, having 2 Bishops means they get double tokens every time they block. So we can't even race them. All right, we're at 10. We're literally dead in 1 hit. All right, we're dead. Yeah, I'm not dealing them 40. So, on to round number 3. So I'm already seeing problems with this deck, but I'll leave my thoughts until we finish wrapping it up. On the draw for round 3. At least these games go quickly. We have turn 1, Citadel, Springleaf Drum. Turn 2, play a creature, play something else. I think I will actually keep this. Forest. No plays. All right, Darksteel, Citadel, Drum, go. So mono green? Yeah, mono green, Wolf Willow. Oh my god, if they just play Karn next turn, we just immediately lose. So that being the case, I need to maximize my ability to get Karn off the board, which means play Stonecoil for 1 mana, play Ghostblade, and then equip Ghostblade. Pass. 4th land. There's Karn. Thankfully, if they minus it, I can at least just kill Karn off. Oh, they plussed on the Ghostblade, so unequipped. All right, Ginger Brute, combat everything at Karn. All right, how dead are we? 3 mana for Perlukranos, Elf, plus on the Karn. So I can't attack the Karn without losing 2 of my creatures. So I go attack, they go block, Karn's still at 2, we're dead. All right, so I have to jam into them as fast as humanly possible, which means Spell Pierce to counter Karn. What else? Fading Hope is atrocious. I guess I can, no. So I guess I can like bounce a blocker. I need to Thoughtseize Karn out of the way. Fading Hope doesn't help my aggro plan, so let's get rid of that. Do I hole? I guess Portable Hole is good. It gets rid of Elves and Wolf Willow Havens. So Hole, and then what's the worst cards here? Probably, I don't need another Skrelv because I don't have, mostly they can't target stuff anyway. And then Stone Coil Serpents, their creatures are so big that its trample doesn't matter usually. I also have Ginger Brutes to get through their guys anyway. All right, let's do that. Submit. We still have only one land, but we have Ornithopter. Okay, keep Ornithopter Drum. So cast Ornithopter, Mana Confluence, Drum, play Ginger Brute, attack with Ginger Brute, plays an Elf. I was really hoping I found a land there. So let's see. If I just play Portable Hole, then I can't do anything else other than like play a Stone Coil Serpent on one. Whereas if I play like Ensoul Artifact on the Ornithopter, then the only thing that's a problem is Pelucranos to block, but even that I just keep attacking into. It's just probably correct to deny the mana, isn't it? All right, yeah, so take that. And then I don't think I can afford to even delay playing 1 mana for this. So X is 1 here, and then attack with the Ginger Brute. This gets me additional 1 pump with the Michiko Nykthos Elf. All right, so let's just Michiko's the Stone Coil. Oh, damn it. I accidentally hit the button. What a punt. Completely by accident. Well, given that that happened, what's the best possible play here? I guess it's Ensoul the Ornithopter. Yeah. All right, pass. So they have Karn mana, but thankfully this time it doesn't matter. Oath of Nissa. Forest. Plays another Elf. Plays another Elf. All right, so go Michiko's, tapping the Ginger Brute down. Let's target Stone Coil. Go to combat, swing here, swing here. All right, they're at 5. Hopefully our misplay doesn't kill us. So Storm the Festival. No, Pelucranos. That's not actually that bad, right? Oh, right, no, because they're getting Nykthos mana. Cavalier. So I can just pump Ginger Brute and make it unblockable. Troll. All right, yeah, pump Ginger Brute, make it unblockable, kill you. Ginger Brute, activate the ability, and go to combat. Swing. All right, thankfully punting didn't beat us. I'm pretty sure I keep this the same. Yeah, submit. I do have Thoughtseize. I don't have a colorless creature for Ghostfire Blade. So what is my turn? It's like turn 1 Skrelv, turn 2 Drum Thoughtseize, try to take stuff out of your hand, and then I just don't have like a good follow-up to that. Now let's mull this. Okay, keep. Binning. I don't need a second Scissors. Actually, I don't even have a creature for the drum, right? I go turn 1 Citadel, turn 2, or I go turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Citadel and Soul. So let's discard the drum, or bin the drum rather. All right, land Elf. Confluence, Thoughtseize you. Well, it has to be Karn, right? So then they go turn 2, Jesus Christ. Like, I take Karn and they go turn 2, land Kiora, untap, play an Elf, and they're 1 mana from Storm the Festival. But what else can I do? Like the alternative is take Kiora or something, then they just go land Elf, then they have the mana anyway. So yeah, I guess take Karn. All right, Kiora, play an Elf. So yeah, Citadel and Soul go. If they storm into Cavalier, it's a problem. If they storm into Karn, we just immediately lose the game. Oh no, so yeah, if they storm into Karn, I guess that's not too bad. It's still really bad though. All right, Storm the Festival. What do they hit? Pelucranos and Nykthos. So bad for us. So I guess I'm attacking Kiora and then... All right, so I attack Kiora and then they have to chump block or lose Kiora. Yeah. Either way, they get to storm again next turn. All right, combat, attack Kiora. Let's see if they block. No blocks. And then what am I doing here? I think it's just play Mutavault and then Michiko's because I don't have anything else to Ensoul. So Mutavault, Michiko's, and go. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so they just have the storm mana. Uh-huh. All right, what's the second storm hitting? Cavalier and Karn. Fantastic. So we're dead. Haywire Might, and they have the mana to play and activate it. Targeting the Ensoul. We can't even use this. Oh, they're going to attack us? Okay. And then even if I animate Mutavault in my upkeep, this only gets +2. All right. Or I can Ensoul the Citadel... But then what does it matter? I can't even attack through Cavalier. I can't attack through Cavalier by Mutavaulting anyway. So there are 0 cards that I can draw that will allow me to not lose here. So animate Mutavault. What am I drawing? Springleaf Drum, which I can't activate. All right, we're dead. On to round number 4. Like, am I supposed to leave in Fading Hope in this matchup? It seems so terrible. Like, I just Fading Hope to bounce a Cavalier for one turn, and then they just replay it. The deck just seems poorly positioned nowadays. It is a problem that you just basically lose immediately to Karn when Karn is one of the top decks. All right, we're on the play for round number 4. Like, hey, at least we win or lose very quickly. All right, this hand does absolutely nothing, so mold this. This hand is much better. No, I don't have white mana. So, okay, so this hand is turn 1, play Springleaf Drum. Turn 2, animate Mutavault. Use that to filter into white to play Skrelv. I guess that's what this hand is. So keep and bin Steam Vent. So Citadel, Drum, go. Rafine's Tower. So some kind of value deck. All right, there's Mana Confluence. It actually hurts me less to do it this way, and then I can next turn do more things. So Mutavault, animate, tap, drum, play Skrelv. Yeah, animate, white, play Skrelv. Go ahead. So Rafine's Tower could be like a BTL deck, a Fires deck, or it could just be control. Jet Mirrors, okay, so it's almost certainly like a BTL deck. Confluence. So I'm going to use the Skrelv as a protective card. All right, Ginger Brute, Michiko's, targeting the Ginger Brute, attack for 6. This isn't pro, right? It's hexproof. Okay, so we can lose to a sweeper right now. Kind of. Temporary Lockdown. Yeah. What was the companion? They revealed Karuga. That's another thing. I really wish this was more visible. 90% of the time, I completely miss that they even reveal it, that they even have a companion, because it's so easy to overlook. Ornithopter. The problem is, even if I play Michiko's, I can't then animate the Mutavault. So I guess I just animate the Mutavault and attack them with Mutavault. Swing. Fable. Shrapnel Blast gets it's pretty close. So Michiko's is +3. So Michiko's +3 on the Ornithopter. Go to combat and swing. And then they loot away with Fable. Land. They attack with the Shaman. All right, so they're going to have something. So what is it? Steam Vent's Shocked In. All right, that's Shrapnel Blast range. Shieldred. Okay. Yeah, we lose 2. That's fine. So target Ornithopter. Stomp. Shrap Blast you in the face. Huzzah. Somehow we won that. All right. So 5 color, presumably BTL or like some, Karuga dot deck. What do we want? Spell Pierce to counter Fables, Lockdowns, etc. What else? That's probably it. The fact that they have Lockdown for exile-based removal means that like Skrelv's Hive and Hangerback are useless here. I could play Roast for Shieldred, but I feel like by the time they get to Shieldred, we should just be winning the game. Cut Fading Hope. Like, I can't win a long game against this deck, so I just have to go zoom, fast. All right, submit. Keepable. Turn 1, Citadel, Ornithopter, Drum, hold open, Spell Pierce, maybe? I don't know. Keep. Either that or play Ghostblade. Hi, what deck are you playing right now? We're playing Ensoul Artifact, and we're playing against some kind of like Karuga values deck. All right, Citadel, Drum, Ornithopter. What would I need to hold Spell Pierce open for when at 2 mana? I don't think anything. I'm just going to play Ghostblade now. Right, they could have like, what, Bone Crusher Giant, which is fine. I guess I should have played out my other Ornithopter. All right, they're playing another land, so we go Seachrome, Ornithopter, and then equip here, and then swing with the Ornithopter. We're doing very pitiful damage, though. So you get swinging for a whole 2 damage a turn. I guess I didn't need to play out this other Ornithopter. Shock, right? And we're gonna, no, not shocking. If they stomp, I'll just Shrap Blast in response, I think. That's pretty good. So Seachrome. If they had Lockdown, I assume they just would have jammed it right there. So let's go Ensoul on... I want to be able to keep one open for Drum. So Ensoul here. Mystical Dispute. All right, I think I actually have to counter that. If I don't resolve this Ensoul, then I'm just dealing too little damage. So combat 7. Am I supposed to move the blade? If they have some kind of removal that only hits one thing, then I want to move the blade over. Like, if they have Lockdown, we're screwed anyway. So let's just move this here. All right, pass the turn. This deck has a fun concept, but just doesn't have the power or at least the consistency to dish out the damage. Yeah, I agree. It feels like it's trying to be Modern Affinity and Pioneer, but it just doesn't have the card quality. Well, there's lockdown, so now we just lose. All right, Ghostblade, pass. Enigmatic Incarnation. So it's, so it's Karuga Fires. Ensoul Artifact. All right, we may be back in it. Go to combat, hit for 5. What about Destroy Evil in the sideboard? Yeah, I wish the sideboard had enchantment removal, specifically for lockdown. Plays another land, tapped. I feel like all low mana value decks need removal for lockdown in the side. By the way, love your videos. Thank you. All right, what are we getting hit with right now? Heliod, the Radiant Dawn. Return target enchantment that isn't a god from grave to hand. 4 mana transform into, you may cast your spells at flash speed. So they're just going to sack it to Enigmatic, right? And go grab something that costs 5. Okay. What is it? What does Karuga Fires plays that cost 5? Cavalier of Dawn, Kenrith, Norn, Tolsimir. Okay. Not too bad. So they're just going to gain 3 and have 2 blockers, basically. All right. Well, nothing to do but just equip here and keep swinging. Swing. We do have double Shrapnel Blast if we ever draw red mana. All right, blocks with Voja. So if that was the best thing they can do, that tells me their hand's not very good. Another lockdown. No attacks. And I can't imagine they're going to sack either one of these, right? Yeah. Spire of Industry. We have red mana. We have red mana, folks. Have you played humans yet? Yes, we have played humans. So I actually don't want to use this right now because if I Shrapnel Blast with the Citadel, then... No, I guess... Okay, I need a second artifact for the Shrapnel Blast anyway, so I may as well go for it. All right, let's see if... They're not going to do anything with that. All right, let's try it. Shrapnel Blast you. It succeeded. Stone Coil Serpent. Play it on 1. Pass into their upkeep. Opponent casts. Something on the end step. Stomp. Shrapnel Blast your face. Shrapnel Blast. We did it. Got there. All right. 2 and 2. On to the round 5. That was what, 3 or 4 lockdowns between those games? It was at least 3. All right. We're on the play in round 5. So the problem is we don't actually have a creature until turn 3. So it's like turn 1, Citadel into Springleaf Drum. Turn 2, just play like Ghost Fireblade or Michiko's with nothing happening. But if I draw like any creature, this hand's much better. Having all this pump and Skilled Animator on 3 isn't even the worst either. So I am going to keep. I think this deck is inherently super fragile anyway. So if I have a hand that's like, this is pretty good, and then if I just draw any creature, it's much better, is more keepable than normal. All right, Citadel, Drum, and pass. Sacred Foundry. So is it the Pia deck? Thraben Inspector. Huh. We drew a third Michiko's. Well, I can play Michiko's, and then it will eventually turn into a creature. Seems better than just playing Ghostblade. So, all right, play Michiko's. What deck is Boros playing Thraben Inspector? Battlefield Forge. Oh, it's Boros Convoke, right. Oh my god, I've seen Boros Pia so many times that... All right, well, we drew another Ghostblade, so I guess I'm just going to run out 2 Ghostblades. All right, pass. Flashes and Reinforcements. Gleeful Demolition, the clue. Surge Bushwhacker. Well, we losing now, boys. We are losing now. All right, we're at 5. This finally flips over. And then what? I can bounce a token, and then they have 7 creatures. I can block here, bounce a token, and I still take exactly lethal. Yeah. All right, let's just pass. I don't think there's any universe where they don't just attack with everything. All right, they attack with everything, we're dead. So, sideboarding. I just want, like, as much removal as possible. Is Rending Volley good here? I guess so. Hangerback Walker. And then, let's see, Fading Hope, trash. Thoughtseize, pretty trash. Skrelv, pretty trash. What else? Is Hangerback actually good? No, Hangerback's for grindy games. So, and this is not one of those. So, let's see, what else? Let's see, the fact that they're swarmy means that pump effects aren't as good. So, one of the Ghost Fireblades and one of the Michiko's, maybe? I don't know, is that correct? Skilled Animator is also expensive. All right, let's run this. Fading Hope on the tokens. I have all this removal anyway. All right, submit that. No, I haven't played Green-White Coco yet. I consider the Green-White like value Coco deck and Angels to be different enough that we're going to play both of them. Whereas there's various flavors of mono-red aggro, and I'm just going to play Goblins. Even though, yes, they're different, they're all kind of doing the same thing. And I think Goblins is the best one, so that's the one I'm going to use. Well, turn 1 Stone Coil, turn 2 Michiko's. So I go Darksteel, Stone Coil at 1. Turn 2, Seachrome, Michiko's +3 attack. It's not the worst. It's another pretty iffy hand, but I'm going to keep it. Citadel, Stone Coil, pass. Vantage. No! Okay, well, we drew Ensoul Artifact, so we're doing that. Ensoul. Try to demolition this opponent. Best version of Goblins, Mono Red, Rakdos with Chain Whirler, or the Rally. I'm playing the Chain Whirler version. Ornithopter, Clarion Spirit. Okay, man, all this chump blocking. Well, Mutavault, Michiko's. Target here. Combat, swing, then they can just chump it. No, they're just taking it? They must really need the Convoke. Or they have Bushwhacker and they're going to try to race. I don't know. Clarion Spirit. Light of Hope? Destroy target enchantment? Alright, I gotta stop on my upkeep then. Animate, Mutavault. Michiko, target here. Play another Mutavault. Attack. They block with the Ornithopter. And then we're just gonna lose this race, I guess. Plays a tap land. Plays Resolute Reinforcements. Legion's Landing. Double trigger the Clarion Spirits. Alright, well, I'm gonna trade with a Clarion Spirit. Animate Mutavault. Block here. We're at 12. They have about 10 bajillion tokens in play. We drew another land. All right, go. Also, 5 of their creatures fly. So 5 of their creatures fly. They can also get Gigantha, and they can keep making tokens off the Adonto. So they're just going to swing with all of these. Yeah. Another Michiko's, but we're just dead to the board. All right. We only went 2 and 3. So the deck. As I said earlier, it feels like an attempt to port Modern Affinity into Pioneer, and it just doesn't have the cards to do that. However, even aside from that, in particular, I have a lot of objections to some of these card choices. I feel like if you're going to go in... So the deck is inherently a fragile glass cannon aggro deck, right? Like you're trying to play 0 mana Ornithopters so that you can use Springleaf Drum. You're trying to shove a bunch of power onto a single artifact with Ensoul Artifact, with Michiko's Reign of Truth. Stuff like, you know, some of your best draws are to go turn 2, play Ensoul on a Ornithopter or on Darksteel Citadel, right? Things that are just inherently fragile and lose to basic removal spells. So I feel like if you're gonna do that, you should just be all in on that plan. And instead, like, what are the random Fading Hopes doing in the deck? What is Thoughtseize doing main? Skrelv. Like, if you lose to removal, then just make your main deck all in on aggroing them out turn on game 1, and then side into things that are good against removal. There's no reason to have these cards be 2-ofs. This should be, like, and especially like Skilled Animator, I get it. It's like a 3 mana Ensoul Artifact, but it's also just bad. The deck should just be lower curve, all in on aggroing the opponent out as fast as possible. So, like, go up to the 4th Ornithopter and the 4th Drum, cut all this garbage, play more just like direct to the face burn or more things that pump your guys with artifacts. I see this a lot where essentially it's like, if the drum plan is good, why are we not just playing 4 drums? If the Ornithopter plan is good, why are we not just playing 4 Ornithopters? I don't know that Stone Coil Serpent is that great either, but it is kind of like you can play it turn 1 instead of a Ginger Brute, let's say, and then Ensoul it and you have a 5/5 Trampler, so this one's at least justifiable. I feel like these 8 cards suck and should be something else.